Second day in my 30s, but first time I'm doing this kind of video as a 30-year-old man. Happy Sunday, everybody. I just want to say before I begin to all who wished me a happy birthday yesterday, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You know, it's times like that where, I really do feel loved, and I feel loved all the time, to some capacity, but, for it to happen on, my birthday, that's just, it's really more than I can bear. There really are not enough words to describe just how much I appreciate you all. So, thank you. And, yeah. So, yesterday, in case any of you guys are wondering, I got calls from, my family. They wished me a happy birthday. It was great. I actually took my grandmother, picked her up for church, but we actually went to Elmira down south side. And after that was my father, my mother, my grandmother, and myself. And for dinner, we went to Libs. And, I've talked about both Libs and Moretti's a lot doing these videos, so I'm going to keep this brief. Many times I've said that Libs and Moretti's are the two best places in my entire area. So the fact that I was able to go to one is, nothing short of a real treat. And I was able to have the main course on my full course menu of life, aka the thing I always order from Libs, which is their filet. And I get the scampi to go with it. It also came with a side of spaghetti, which, the pasta at Libs is nothing short of excellent. And a salad, an Italian crumbly blue with extra onions, just how I like it. And Libs actually is very light Italian dressing, very nice. It's a very good salad. And we in the table split an order of their cheesy garlic bread, also very nice. And for dessert, they gave me sort of a lemon delight, which is sort of like a very delicate sort of cake or whatever, with a little candlelight, because, it was my birthday. And no kidding, as we were getting ready to leave, I actually ran into an old friend of mine, one of my old teammates, and believe it or not, a member of the 16 of the left. Yeah, he was eating at Libs as well. For those of you guys who don't know, who want to know which one it was, or who this member of the 16 of the left is, he is the one who graduated with me and from Horseheads. And without question, he was the most athletic one of us all. He really was among the forefront of athletes trying to become, better in the Horseheads area. So, actually, Horseheads has had a real resurgence of it. So, in a way, it's partly due to him. So, thank you. To be honest, I wasn't planning on seeing anyone at all yesterday. The fact that I saw him yesterday was, it was a real treat. And being wished happy birthday by all my friends and loved ones was a real treat. So, I really can't complain. Honestly, it might have actually been the best birthday ever. Keep in mind, I'll admit a year ago, outside of a few people in my family, everybody forgot. There are people on Facebook wish me, but in terms of my family, outside like my mother and father, everybody forgot my birthday a year ago. So, I'm totally, so technically this one's much better in comparison. But if I take that aside, I was with my family, we went to Libs, had the filet and scampi, which is the main course on my full course menu of life. I can't really complain. And if that's how I start off my 30s, it's going to be hard to top as years go by, but it should still be exciting. Now then, without further ado, how about we get into the last time I'll be making NFL picks, at least for the regular season. I mean, the playoffs start next week. So, yeah, 16 games to do. Let's get started, shall we? Now, I mistakenly thought that the Packers were playing the Lions on Thursday, and I picked the Packers to win. But they play today at 1. But, I mean, they may play today, but my pick still remains the same. I'm still picking the Packers to win. I mean, they're going to rest their... Actually, I think they may need to win in order to get a better seat in the playoffs. Regardless, I still pick the Packers to win. So, go Pack, go. The Jets and the Bills. Now, the Bills have actually clinched the wild card spot as the 5th seed. So, they're good. They are A-okay. However, I would still... And they are playing home today. I would think playing with a little bit of momentum would be most salubrious for them. Oh, the salubrious means beneficial to one's health and well-being. So, honestly, I think a win for the Bills would be very good for them. So, let's go Buffalo. Now, the Dolphins play the Patriots. Now, the Patriots are fighting for number 1 seed in the playoffs for the AFC. So, a win here would very much help them immensely. So, the Patriots are playing at home. They're playing up in Foxborough. It's going to be cold up there. We all know it's going to be cold up there. So, I'm expecting the Patriots to, quote, squish the fish, even though Dolphins are males. Now, the Bears are playing the Vikings. Now, the Vikings have clinched a wild card spot themselves. You know, they have the, almost. They need to win today, but they're at home. You know, they're going to be playing in that stadium. It's going to be loud. You're going to hear, brr, 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 brr. So, you know what? As you Vikings fans say, Skol. That means I'm picking the Vikings to win today, by the way. Okay, the Chargers and the Chiefs. Ooh. Now, the Chiefs, I don't know if they're playing for the 2 seed. Maybe they are. But regardless, a win would help build momentum for the playoffs. So I'm picking the Chiefs to win today over the Chargers. The Chiefs are at home. Actually, every team I picked today so far, with the exception of the Packers, is playing at home today. So, but yeah, the Chiefs are playing at Arrowhead. It's going to be cold. They got it. Okay, the Browns and the Bengals, a.k.a. the 2 teams that are in no way, shape, and form going to the playoffs anyway. Well, at least maybe the Browns can get 500, which would be good for them. Actually, can they get 500? No, they can only get 7-9 when they were 7-8-1 a year ago. Yeah, that was definitely one heck of a hype train, huh? Regardless, I would think the Browns are going to try and end this very much lackluster season on a high note. So, I'll pick the Browns over the Bengals. Although, I will admit, I will laugh hysterically if I'm wrong about that. And I mean that in a good way. Because I wouldn't mind seeing the Bengals end their season very disappointing yet rebuilding season on a high note. Let's see. The Saints and the Panthers. Yeah, the Saints actually are trying to get number 1 seed in the playoffs. They need to win today. They may be playing on the road, but Drew Brees has got this. I'm picking the Saints over the Panthers. That being said, though, I do expect Christian McCaffrey to have a big game today. So it'll be interesting. Falcons and the Buccaneers. You know, the Buccaneers, I don't know if they're actually... Okay, they could be 8-8, so... You know, why not? Pick the Buccaneers. They're at home over the Falcons. They got it. Even though the Falcons have been playing good, finally. Okay, so the Colts and the Jaguars. Yeah, I'm picking the Colts to win. I mean, at this point, I'm basically picking teams that would very much like to end their seasons on high notes. So, yeah. I don't know if the Colts are able to make the playoffs if they win, but I wouldn't mind picking them. Now, There are 2 games going on this afternoon, but I'll save them for last, and you'll know why. So, the Cardinals and the Rams, you know what? The Cardinals are really coming to their own. I think they can beat the Rams at the Coliseum. I think they got it. So, let's go, Kyler Murray. You got this. Steelers and the Ravens. The Ravens, I do believe, have clinched number 1. But a win at home against the Steelers would really be the icing on the already delicious cake. So I will be picking the Ravens over the Steelers. Let's see. The Titans at the Texans. Actually, I think the Titans are one of the few teams trying to get that last wild card spot. And even though the Texans are number 1 in their division, and I think they may have the 4th seed no matter what, I wouldn't mind seeing the Titans really start building momentum from here on out. So, let's go. I'll pick the Titans over the Texans. It should be interesting, though. Or, Texans over the Titans. Because the next game is the Raiders and the Broncos. Now, the Raiders are another team trying to get that 6th seed in the playoffs. And believe it or not, there actually is a Super Bowl matchup I would like to see that involves the Raiders. And I would very much like to be able to say that when I do that video in a couple of days. So, I'll pick the Raiders over the Broncos. Here's the hoping. Although, they can go 8-8. It'll be close. It'll be very close. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now, finally, we have the 2 games. Listen, it's the 4 teams of the NFC East. For my Cowboys to make the playoffs, we have to win at home against the Redskins. And the Giants have to beat the Eagles. Is it possible? Yes. Do I hope that the Giants win and my Cowboys win? Yes. Am I expecting it? Well, I'm expecting my Cowboys to win at least. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I got to give credit where credit's due. I'm pretty sure the Eagles are going to beat the Giants. Sorry, fellow Cowboys fans. Our season was disappointing to say the least. I mean, bare minimum, at least, hopefully, if we go down 8-8, at least Dak will have never had a losing season. 8-8's middle of the road, but, and technically it will be his worst, but it's not a losing record. So, honestly, I'd rather finish 500 than a losing record. So, obviously, I'm picking my Cowboys to win. Go, Cowboys! And I want the Giants to win. I really do. And I absolutely hope I'm wrong. But unless some sort of miracle happens in the Meadowlands, and when a miracle happens in the Meadowlands, the Eagles usually come out on top, the Eagles got it. So, yeah. And now the final game, which is the final game that could very well decide number 1 in the NFC. The 49ers and the Seahawks. 49ers win, they're number 1. If the Seahawks win and the Saints lose, they're number 1. It's going to be a tough game, but the 49ers are playing a 12th man. I think the Seahawks actually got it. So, yeah. Those are all 16 games. I picked the Packers. Let's go, Buffalo. The Patriots. Skol Vikings. The Chiefs. The Browns. The Saints. The Buccaneers. The Colts. The Eagles. Go Cardinals. The Ravens. The Texans. The Raiders. Go Cowboys. And let's go Seahawks. So, yep. Those are all my picks. Man, I can't believe we're already done with that. Well, it's week 17. 17 weeks worth of picks I've done. Now all it's left to do is wait for the new year to ring so we can get into the wild card round. And don't worry. As soon as the playoffs have been decided, I'll be working on my my Super Bowl matchups that I want to see. Expect that to come out later this week. And outside of that, Man, I just realized there's a lot I hope I'm wrong about. Of course, for a lot, I'm also hope I'm right about too. Man, I just turned 30. I'm already going through major conflicts in my life, aren't I? Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications on YouTube. Follow me on social media platforms. I am very humbled to make this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. You ready to watch some football? I know I will be. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.